Spartan Jorge 052 versus Spartan Emil A239. What's up, Spartans? My name is Midnight and welcome to Spartan Showdown, a video series in which I take two Spartans from the Halo universe and talk about which one of them will be victorious in a 1-on-1 battle. In this episode, we're going to have Spartan 2 Jorge 052 and Spartan 3 Emile A239. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. My formula for this video series is going to be this. I'm going to go about 6 points, brief description of who they are, physical strength, weapons, close quarters bare-handed, and a Halo 5 match against a subscriber, a friend, or another Halo YouTuber. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, brief description of who they are. Spartan Jorge 052. Jorge was born in Palasa on Ridge on March 5, 2511 and was abducted and conscripted into the Spartan 2 program by Dr. Catherine Halsey in 2517 when he was 6 years old. That's fucking cruel, Halsey. While on Reach, he was trained by the Al-Deja and Chief Petty Officer Mendes, along with the rest of the Spartan children. In 2552, he and the other candidates underwent a series of augmentations to improve their overall combat prowess in several different fields. Jorge was among the candidates who survived the procedure. Actually, only 33 of the 75 candidates survived the Spartan 2 program. Spartan Jorge 052 died by manually activating a sleep space device inside a Covenant Corvette.
Tell him to make it count.
Never! Torture may be the boss, but Jorge is a living, breathing death threat. Nobody messes with Jorge. Jorge is shown to be empathetic and caring towards civilians, a trait that is very rare among Spartans. He was also particularly attached to his home planet of Reach, going so far as to sacrifice himself in order to save it. Oh my fucking god, it was all in vain. Spartan Emil A239. Emile was born in Luxor on Eridanus 2 on March 11, 2523. Oh, actually tomorrow is his birthday, oh my god. Orphaned, he was soon conscripted as a part of Alpha Company, but was pulled out of the unit by Kurt 051 and Franklin Mendes before Operation Prometheus in 2527. Later, he became a member of Noble Team and fought during the fall of Reach.
That's what you get when you mess with a Spartan.
Spartan Emile died defending the Pillar of Autumn when a Phantom pulled up above the emplacement and dropped off a group of Zealots. Emile shoots and kills one elite that lands on top of the control booth. As he steps out of the control booth challenging the other Zealots, a second elite in active camo comes up behind him and manages to grab him and impale him with the energy sword. Emile, being the badass that he is, he pulls out his signature weapon, the kukri, that big ass knife in his left shoulder, and continuously stabs the elite until he dies. Then Emile dies as well. Emile's personality is a complete 180 from Jorge's personality. Jorge is caring, he's empathetic towards civilians. Emile is not. He's very aggressive towards civilians and more as well in front of civilians, using excessive force in front of civilians. It's not pretty good for you, Emile. You need to learn to do things in the shadows where no one can fucking see you. Although Emile can be very aggressive towards civilians, he is known to be very, very caring for his teammates Spartans. When Jorge died, Emile said this while laughing.
The big man was sentimental.
Jorge and Emile will usually clash when dealing with civilians because Jorge is like, hey Emile, they are civilians. We must treat them as civilians. We must love our civilians. And Emile is like, well, fuck you, boy.
He's not the only one.
Lock it down, both of you.
Physical strength. But Midnight, how the hell would you determine the strength of each Spartan? Look here, you little shit. I got something for you, and that something is named physics. Force equals mass times acceleration. So the strength will be the force they can excel of a punch, a throw, or something like that. So mass times acceleration, that's our main formula. So let's go first with Jorge. Spartan Jorge 052. Spartan Jorge 052. He was 41 years old when he died. His height without the armor is 223.5 centimeters or 73 feet tall. His mass is about 168.2 kilograms without the armor. I'm not gonna go in full detail of how much force they can excel with the suit on because I cannot find how much Emile weighs with the armor and how tall he is with the armor, so this is going to be without the armor. So okay, if we go with our main formula, 162.8 kilograms times 9.8 meters over seconds square, that's 1595.44 newtons of force. That is the force Jorge can excel with a single punch, a throw, etc. That's the minimum force Jorge can excel, at foot strength obviously. So now let's go with Spartan Emil. Emil is 29 years old. His height without the armor is 208.4 centimeters or 6'10" feet tall. His mass without the armor is 106.5 kilograms. That's a whole lot less than Jorge. So now let's go with our main formula of 106.5 kilograms times 9.8 meter times second squared. Let's go with 1043.7 newtons of force. That's almost 500 less than fucking Jorge. So with this, you can notice that Jorge is actually stronger. But Midnight, that's basically not true. Yes, it is. Let's not forget that Jorge is a Spartan 2 and that Emile is an Spartan 3. But Midnight, Spartan 2s and Spartan 3s are basically the same thing. No, they are not, you idiot. Spartan 2s were kidnapped at the age of 6 and were trained as fucking super soldiers. At the age of 14, they were massively augmented physically, surgically, surgery. Their bones were messed with. Their bones are made of titanium, for God's sakes. Although we are talking about this without the armor, Spartan 2s have the strongest version of Emile in armor. Spartan 3s are orphans. They are orphans basically because their family got killed by the Covenant, their world was destroyed by the Covenant. They want to seek revenge. They got offered an option. Either you volunteer to the Spartan 3 program and die fighting and get revenge, or become being an orphan and a pussy. The Spartan 3s had less augmentation, mostly gene therapies that made them far stronger and faster than normal. However, they lacked the mechanical augmentation of the Spartan 2s. Basically, Spartan 2s underwent physically and surgically procedures of augmentation in their bodies, and Spartan 3s underwent chemical augmentation, drugs, and more drugs or chemicals. Now that we got that out of the way, yes, Spartan 2s are way stronger than Spartan 3s. Spartan 3s were made in bulk to take them on suicide missions. Spartan 3s were basically made to die, okay? While Spartan 2s were basically made to not die, to fucking carry the planet or something like that. So now on physical strength, Jorge has 1 point, Emile has 0. Now let's go to the weapons either Spartan uses. For this I'm gonna go with very basic stuff. Jorge uses a chain gun and Emile uses the shotgun. Those are their main weapons on the Halo universe, okay? Although Emile can use the kukri, although Emile uses the grenade launcher, but still, those are their main weapons. In close quarters combat, obviously Emile will come victorious. Wow, Emile comes victorious at this point. No. Jorge obviously loses in close quarters combat, but in mid-range and long range, Jorge will decimate, tear apart, kill, violate, rape, etc. Emile. There's no doubt about it. A shotgun versus a machine gun in mid-range or long range, it's not possible, Emile. Emile, I love you, but you're going to lose this one too, mate. Close quarter combats, no weapons, barehanded, just pure fighting with fists, kicks, throws, etc. Well, as I said before, Jorge is far stronger than Emile. So basically he will come out victorious in this one. But I know there's some people in there that will say, but Midnight, technique can beat strength. And yes, that is actually very true. Technique can obviously beat strength. But for this video, we're counting that Jorge has 33 years of service, while Emile has, I don't know how much Emile has, but still, Jorge has 33 years of service, 33 years being a Spartan or being trained. But for this, we're going to take into account that both Emile and Jorge are trained the same way, they know the same things, etc. They have the same technique, okay? Have you guys seen the fight between Conor McGregor and the Mountain from Game of Thrones? Well, this is basically the same fucking case. Although Conor McGregor or Emile may have the most technique and be more agile in a fist-to-fist combat, the stronger one, Jorge or the Mountain, will come out victorious because the punch, the kicks, all the force given to those muscles, the muscles can't take the force, can't take the punch. I love Emile, I love him so much, I want him to win, but I love Jorge too. Let's be honest, in a fist-to-fist combat, no matter what Emile does, he can break his neck. That's a possibility. If he breaks his neck, Emile wins, but I don't know if Jorge will let that happen, obviously. But in a hand-to-hand combat, Jorge will come out victorious. No doubt. No fucking doubt. So now that all the boring stuff I said before has finally been over, terminated, etc., let's go with the match. I'm gonna fight against someone, I don't know who, and let's just have an even match. I'm gonna be Jorge with a chain gun, the other guy is going to be Emile in a pretty even balanced map with mid, long range, and close range. Be even balanced, and yeah, let's go into it. So okay guys, leave a comment down below which Spartans you want me to show down next, and so okay guys, as over there guys, like the video, slap a like on it, greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, take care, love you very much, thank you for watching, I really appreciate it guys, bye bye, I love you so much.